is regarding Canada-U.S. relations. On November the 6th, the day after the U.S. election, I asked you about what the federal government would be doing preparing for the new Trump administration. Indeed, yesterday there was the first federal, provincial, territorial conference of first ministers. I think from the news reports, it sounds like it was one of the better days of federal, provincial, territorial relations. Can I ask you, I know we talked about this a little while ago, but I want to take it from another angle. Just set out for us what were the outcomes that all these first ministers of various different political backgrounds agreed to yesterday.
Senator Gold.
Senator Cardozo, I'm really not in a position to speak to the discussions that took place between the first ministers, nor the areas where what they discussed, what conclusions they did or did not reach. Again, as I stated in response to earlier questions about this, this government and the provinces, and indeed the private sector and stakeholders, are not sitting back passively in the face of the announcements that have been made by the President-elect and others who have been nominated to positions, or others, whether Canadian or American, who are putting pressure on the government to explain exactly how we're going to respond. The government's acting responsibly and will continue to do so.
Senator Cardozo.
Thank you. I'd like to float a proposal where senators can be more involved in some of the interaction between Canada and the U.S. I'll give you a couple of examples. Last weekend, there were about 8 senators, myself included, who were at the NATO Parliamentary Association in Montreal. We interacted with various of our American counterparts. There were some senators at COP29 at Azerbaijan last week. 3 senators are going to the Conference of Southern Governors. And of course, as the Canada-US Interparliamentary Group, CEUS.
Senator Cardozo, le temps est écoulé. Senator Gold.
Well, thank you, Senator Cardozo, for reminding us in the chamber of how involved so many of us are with our American counterparts through the different parliamentary and other associations to which we adhere. As I mentioned, I think the other day, I'm certainly happy and pleased to be transmitting to the government the interests of senators to be more involved, and I will let the government decide if and how and when such measures might be put into place.